Hi, I had no idea that I would be doing this recording, but I follow my heart and I just go with the flow. But it is 7:16 a.m. and I'm up making crab rangoons. I had some frozen crab in the freezer and I had the taste for it, so I decided to go ahead and make me some crab rangoons. But what I wanted to invite you is to see how I do it my way. Okay, I had already started doing it before I decided to invite you. But I minced up me some onions. You know, I chopped my onions up very fine, and minced up garlic in here. I minced up my garlic very fine, and also I'm adding celery. I chopped it up very finely because I don't want to be crunching. But so I have onion, garlic, and diced celery very fine. And the amount of crab, I'm using real crab meat, not imitation or anything, but that's up to you. And also you could do your filling on what you choose to fill it with. Shrimp, maybe little hamburger, I don't know, but you know, be creative. I love the idea of cooking because you could cook to your imagination, create, invent stuff. You know, we can have the basic foundations of things, but life is about adding what pleases you. You know, what gets your taste buds going. But the amount of crab that I used was maybe like a third of this bag. I had maybe left a third, you know, about that much in the bag. So yeah, about a third. And the amount of also what I have cream cheese, and the amount of cream cheese was half. I cut half. So I don't know if that will be enough or not, but this is my first time doing this, so I'm experimenting. But I did get the basic foundation. So I have real crab meat, onion, garlic, and I put celery in mine, and I'm using cream cheese. So what I'm going to do is stir it up, you know, mix it up. Let's see. Oh gosh. One moment. Let's see what's showing on the camera here. But anyway, I'm going to mix it up, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator so it can settle, you know. And also, I'm going to put a little soy sauce. I thought I had soy sauce, but I'm here at my mom's, so I'm going to put soy sauce in here. And I think I would rather use a fork. I don't know what you all are seeing on the camera, but that's sad. Let me see what's being seen on the camera. I don't know what I'm looking at here, but hope you all see it on the camera. But what I wanted to speak about as well, what I'm inspired to speak to you about is, and this came to me maybe 3 or 4 days ago, the question, you know, I was asleep. I believe I was asleep. I'm not sure, but it seemed like it came to me in my sleep. The question was, are you reading your Bible as a tradition? And I thought that was a very deep question. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Father, for real, you asking that question? And I guess the question would be to us all, if we're Christians or anyone spiritual that wants to read the Bible. I apologize, guys. Should have better preparation, but I don't know what's going on here. But the question came, are you reading the Bible as a tradition? And then so I took the conversation further. I'm like, what do you mean? How could a person read the Bible as a tradition? Okay. We know that Christianity maybe is the basic black thing that, you know, Americans, culture. I'm not going to even say black. Let's just leave the race out of it. Anyone that caters to, and I'm also going to add a little salt in here as well. And I don't see my particular salt, but okay, how do we read the Bible as a tradition? You know, basically we get up every morning and maybe we read the Bible for 30 minutes or maybe going to church and that we read the Bible there. That could be the tradition. Or even, you know, what just came to me right now is, even if you're maybe like a Muslim, I heard they pray like, what, 7 times a day or something. But are the practices, are they traditions? Because that's the way it's been done for ages, for, you know, for many, many, many years. Or is that the way your family has done it? You know, my family wasn't Christian. We didn't go to church as I was growing up. We didn't go to church and all of that. I came to the Lord Father myself at the age of 18 years old myself, you know, and I really didn't have my grandparents maybe took the grandkids to church, but we didn't learn anything, or we didn't, basically the Father reached out to me at the age of 12, and not knowing what was going on, that's when I gave my heart to the Father at the age of 12. But then I didn't come into the knowledge of my relationship with the Father, the universe, God, the Creator, the Most High, Jesus, whatever. I didn't come into the relationship part until I was like 19 and so on the years after that. But that's what I'm trying to say. Are we using, even reading the Bible, are you reading the Bible as a tradition? Meaning, is that what you think that should be done? Or is that or you're doing it so because you want to be a good person, and that's some of the things that you know, what you think a good person should be doing, reading their Bible, or, like just to better your persona of who you are. You know, just because that's just what a quality, that's what a quality person would be doing, having some type of spiritual in their life. So you maybe read your Bible every morning, or you maybe pray 5-6 times, meditate a day, because that's what should be done. If somebody asks, are you spiritual, you can say, yes, I read my Bible every day, or I meditate, I pray 4-5 times a day. But if that's how we're inviting spiritual awakening into our lives, we're missing the point. Spiritual awakening should involve a relationship, a conversation. I don't want to have somebody in my life and we don't have conversation, comprehension, clarity, hearing each other out, reasoning together when we disagree in things. Maybe we could get together and reason how did we come up with this? Why are you telling me to do this? We can ask questions. We could be free to have that conversation so clarity and growth can be about in our lives, in our relationships. We're not reading the Bible so it can look good on our resume. We're not praying and meditating and involving spirituality in our lives, the practices of it, just so it can look good. So you can add that another notch on your belt. No, to invite spiritual awakening in our lives, we need to be having a relationship, a conversation, open communication. Just as well as you want that in your real, natural relationships here on this earth, whether it's family, friends, co-workers, lovers, whatever. You want open communications. You want to be able to speak to them and they should be able to speak to you, and you should be able to be building up communication that brings clarification, understanding, and bump the understanding. We're getting to where we are overstanding. We're done with the under. It is time to overstand, comprehend, relate. We know as we are being known. I need to be putting this in the refrigerator. I don't know what it tastes like, but let's see. I think I'm going to put some more. I think I'm going to put the whole thing of the cream cheese, because I'm tasting more of the crab and not enough of the cream cheese. So I'm putting the whole thing in here. And the onion is good. I taste the onion, and I taste everything else, but it was lacking the cream cheese. But again, are we reading our Bible or doing spiritual religious practices so it can look good on our resume, or so we can look good as what we think a quality person would be doing? No, you're doing it so you could grow within and grow without and grow with the people we're communicating, relating with, our fellow man, our relationships, our family. We're in spiritual practices so we can grow. And that is the spiritual awakening. The spiritual awakening. I'm going to add a tad more salt. And I thought maybe it should have been some type of soy sauce around, but again, you can put your own flavors and everything. Make it your own way. But I'm going to sit this in the refrigerator until lunchtime, and then I'm going to go ahead and fry. Oh yeah, let me show you. I'm using, I don't know if these are the correct, again, I don't know what my camera is doing, but I don't know if these are the correct egg roll things I'm going to do. But I'm going to use these, and I may be cutting them. Let me see. I'm trying to peek and see where the camera is. I may be cutting them in small squares. I'll show you. I may be cutting them in squares, little small squares, so I can fill them. And I may come back and show you how I do that. But let me see. Yeah, I'm going to put them in little small squares like this here. And what they suggest is, let me get a little tab of water here. Hold on. A little dab of water. So what they suggest is, you know, you wet the sides. Okay, let's see. Again, I'm going to put my filling, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how they say do it. You wet the sides, wet the whole thing. I prefer to wet the whole thing. And you get a little bit, and you can make them big as you want, but you get a little bit that may be too much in there. That may be too much. Let's see. Let's put it in this one here since this one is bigger. Let's put it in that one. Okay. Okay, and then, oh man, I wish I had, let's see if my camera could stay. I hope it stays. But let's see. They say you get the corners. Uh-oh, this is like two of them. One. They say you bring the opposite corners together, and once you bring them up together, boy, he made it look real easy. And then you close the corners. But that's going to take some practice. But I get the idea. Okay. So that's the crab rangoon. And let me try to do another one. Let's see. Let's use this big one again. Uh-oh. Let's see. Hope it stays. One moment. Ah, this is crazy. Hope it stays. Okay, so I'm gonna, I'm supposed to wet it. Okay, and then put the filling inside like that. And then bring the, my hand's in the way. Bring the opposite sides up together. And then once you get all four of the sides up together, then you start, well, I tell you, that's not as easy as he made it to be. But, that takes practice. That takes practice. That does not look like his pretty one. The man that I was looking at that was telling me on the video how to do it. But it don't look as pretty as his. But anyway, y'all get the idea. And as far as I'm concerned, you could do it your own way. Let's see if I do it my own way. What would I do? Let's see. I'll do it like this. And just close that bad boy up. Do it like a little, and I heard you can, where the fork? What did I do with my fork? Let's get another fork. You can pinch, you can kind of like pinch the sides together like that, and We'll make a doggone like a patty thing. So you do it like that. You know, like I say, we could be creative. We don't have to just follow instructions or, like I say, all this tradition stuff. Are we doing things traditionally, or are you putting your personal relationships, questions and answers? Because what could be different may not be the same thing that was told years and years ago. So we don't want to do things traditionally. It's time out for the tradition and get into personal. Make it personal. You read your Bible to have a conversation. When you go and start reading the Bible, you should be saying things like, what do you want to say to me? Most High, Spirit, Father, what do I need to know? Or what's going on in my life? How can, start an open communication. And that is how your intuition, that is how your highest self, that is how you're getting to know your voice of God within you. Because you're having a conversation and you're not doing things as a tradition. We don't know the voice within because we're not having conversations. We're doing things as a religious practice, as because we think it looks good. It sounds good. No, you're awakening spiritually because you're trying to get to know your inner voice, the God within you. And the only way you could get to know the God within you is to start talking to your inner high being, your highest self, your God within you, the God creator, the most high, Father, Jesus, Buddha, Allah. Not because they say pray 5 times a day, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. You can be doing that because they say do it, because it's a tradition. You can pray 1 time a day. You don't even have to pray. Just have conversations. Prayer is just talking to your creator. Prayer should be a conversation, not just a word or just getting down on the knees or just bowing. That prayer is another word for talking. I don't want to just get somebody with somebody or in a group of meeting and all you're doing is hearing them. You're never being able to say nothing of your own, or you're saying all of your own, but you're never getting any kind of conversation back and forth together. Each person having their say so. What type of relationship is that? Let's break the tradition and get into the relationship, the communicating, to build, to grow. In our families, in our jobs and environments, in our homes, in our love, in everything involving dealing with mankind. Let's have relationships. The Creator God has a feeling. You have a feeling. You have an idea. God have an idea. Everybody in this earth have individual minds. But when we're coming into unity with one another, with each other, that involves communicating, seeing what each person has to say. If you don't like it, be strong enough and walk away if they're not the type of person, or you're not in a union where it is mutual understanding, clarity, overstanding. If it's not mutual agreements, walk away, please. And maybe when you walk away, things will come back to being to where you have peace and harmony within your spirit, within your soul. But we cannot keep doing things as a tradition, doing things just because it looks right, sound right, and you're not happy within your spirit and your soul and your mind. You're miserable. Break the traditions and let's build communication and grow in our spirits and our bodies and minds. And let's build harmony, peace, love, joy by inviting communication, conversation, beginning with our highest self. We're beginning with God, our creator, beginning with the God in you. Talk to yourself. Talk to the highest God being within you, your highest self. And you will start hearing your inner voice speak up. But you have to allow it. You have to invite it. It's okay to talk to yourself. Man, I need to know. Let me know what's going on. Speak to me, Father. Speak to me, highest God within me. Give me clarity. Just, Father, open my eyes, open my mind. What do I do? How do I do it? You know, if you don't know, we got to break this not knowing stuff. We're in the age of knowing. And the way we get into the knowing is we got to have communication going, whether you call it with the Creator, with the Most High, with God, with the Father, with your intuition, or whatever words you want to use. But it's allowing your inner, still, small voice to speak, not just you doing all the talking or you doing everything your way. Get to know you. You are known. You know as you are known. But yes, crab rangoon. I'm going to sit this in the refrigerator till this afternoon about 1 o'clock when I get ready to have my lunch. But we can make little patties like this. You know, I apologize for the messiness. Or we can, I guess you get better as you do it. Make them crab rangoons the way you get it from the Chinese place or whatever. And, you know, but again, people, let's build a communication by allowing our voice within to speak to us. And that is whether we're reading the Bible or not. Don't just sit down and just do it as a tradition. No, have a conversation with your Bible. Your Bible is living. It's alive. If you want it to be. Speak to me, Father, through the word. Speak to me, Most High God, Creator. Speak to me, universe, through the word, through the Bible. If you use it as that, it can be that. But you have to invite it. All right. Everybody have a blessed day. Be creative. Be yourself. Walk in the power of getting to know you as you are known.